What's up? Good morning. Man, we are in the building and I'm so happy. I'm so excited that you're going to share this time with me, man. Listen, this morning is getting over what they said. Getting over what they said. Man. Back in the lab, man. So getting over what they said. It's crazy because as I was talking to God and as he was ministering to my heart, you gotta focus on, or you gotta make a decision. Are you gonna believe what they said or what I said? Are you gonna believe what they said or what I said? So you have two types of people. You're gonna have a person that's consumed by what people think, and their life is centered around trying to shape the thoughts of what people think or perceive about them. And God showed me that this is what occurs as we are so filled with the dreams of others and how they think of what our life should be like versus what God says about our life and what it is like. Because when God said, let there be, it already is. So you got to understand that God has given us a choice. He's giving you a choice to say, you know what? I'm going to choose what he said about me. My God, I'm going to choose what God said about me. I'm going to choose when he told me that I was the apple of his eye. When he told me that I am important, when he told me he died for me, when he told me my value was equal to Jesus. What do you mean? Well, when you go into the store and you try to offer $1 for a piece of furniture, they're going to turn you away because the cost of that furniture outweighs the value of your money that you try to distribute or give to them. So that means that you have to bring the proper currency to God, or you have to bring the proper currency. You have to bring the proper currency to that person or to that establishment to get that particular furniture. So God says, you know what? Your worth is so valuable. In order to retrieve you, I have to give you my son, Jesus. Woo-hoo. My God, that's our value this morning. So are you going to be so concerned about somebody that didn't die for you, that didn't provide life for you, that didn't give you food to drink, that didn't give you all these many blessings? You know, God did. And even if somebody like your parents or your grandparents did all this for you and you lift them up, do not get it twisted. They are not God in your life. They are the conduit of God's blessings to you, my God, because if it wasn't for the energy of God in them, they wouldn't be able to provide for you anyway. So I just want to tell somebody is do not weigh your life based on what they say. Do not weigh, if you're thinking, let me give you this. If you're thinking before you do something and you have the picture in your mind of you performing this that you want to do, and then on this other picture in your mind, you're hearing what people are going to say. You're hearing what your family is going to think about you. You're seeing what they're going to say about you or feel about you. Man, that is the total enemy trying to take you outside of what God said. So I want to impress upon somebody this morning. Can you get over what they said? Can you get over what the Pharisees think? Can you get over what the popular people think? Can you be renewed in your mind, being not conformed or being not pushed and pulled because of what they said? But he says, be conformed by the renewing of your thinking, your mind, about what I said about you. I said that you were rich. I said that you were above. I made a covenant with you. So this morning, think upon these things that are pure, lovely, holy, just, Just you and God. Just you and him. He says, Peter, do you love me? And he's asking us the same thing. Do you love me? Are you willing to sacrifice? That's what he's told Peter. But Peter, he said, Peter, even though you're saying with your mouth you love me, right before the chicken crows, you're going to deny me because you're so concerned about what they say. And when you talk about how I want you to live, then you're afraid that they're going to crucify you, and you will be crucified. Oh my God, you will be crucified. But I'm telling you, he'd rather be crucified with Christ than to have a popular life with the enemy. My God, I'd rather be crucified with Christ in my flesh and live and reign with Christ than to be popular with the enemy. I just want to pump somebody up real quick. God has not created us to live below our expected future. He says, I know your future. I know the plans that I have for you. That's what he says. I know the plans and the goals in the future, that when I spoke your name, I knew what I had planned out. I knew when I called your name into existence. I had already said it. When I say something, it's done from the beginning to the end. That's why he says, I'm going to complete the work that I've begun in you. Don't get it twisted. He that don't get tired, he that don't stop, I'm going to finish it. He's going to get his just reward. If you don't give up, if you don't faint, don't throw in the towel. Stop worrying about what he said, she said, daddy said, mama said, boyfriend said, cousin said. I want to tell you, get focused on what let there be said. Get focused on what God said. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah. Get focused on what he said. Woo! He said, I'm blessed. He said, I'm healed. He said that I shall see all goodness and glory for the rest of my days. Surely his goodness and mercy shall chase me. My God, oh my goodness. He said that I'm going to give you a steak, and I'm going to give you spare ribs. Oh, while your enemies have to look at you eat. Oh, I'm going to prepare a meal in the presence of thine enemies. I'm going to make your enemies your footstool. But you got to see me first. You got to obey me first. You got to look to me. You got to trust in the Lord with all thine might, all thine energy, all thine soul, and lean not into thine own understanding, and I will create your future. I will establish you this morning. Don't worry about a thing. I got you covered. Because he that trusts in me, I won't let him down. I can't let you down, because faith energizes me. Faith is my fuel. God says faith moves me. So when you trust God and not man, he says, don't put your trust in man. Oh my God, it'll fail you every time, but put your trust in God. Well, listen, as you can see, I'm pumped up. As always, I love God. Do not get focused on what they said. Get focused on what he said. Don't get focused on what they said. Get focused on what he said. That's what he means. That's what he says. I'm going to give you a perfect peace whose mind is stayed on what I said. Woo! I'm so happy. Well, listen, that's my time. I love you. Love TB Global. This has been your fire for this morning. Stay tuned. We're going to keep bringing it. Tuesday, Sunday, check in. God bless you. Bye-bye.